ACME TV.
Exactly, because of what they're allowing to happen. I told my dancers, I'm not having it. You're not gonna come and dance with us with your hat all broke off. You're not coming to dance with us representing a gang. Whatever your sexual preference is, that's your preference behind closed doors. I'm not hiding who you are, but right now you're representing me. You represent my group. You know, I don't hate on people. I don't really discriminate against anybody. I'm one of the most open-minded people you ever want to meet. But for this performance, for these next 25 minutes, you belong to UFIU, or you belong to Housematic, or you belong. That was the culture back then. It's too much individuality going on now to call it a group. If that's the case, you might as well just be another solo dancer. What do you need a group for? Get you a camera, you know, and get out there and dance, and then people can judge you as an individual. But as a group, everybody have to be on one accord. It's like a basketball team or anything else you want to say as a group. You got to be on one accord. You got to be on one idea, trying to push that idea to be the best that you can be. And when that's not happening, that's when you end up in the state that the dance world is in now.
It's got to be about the dance and the group, and not about the individual.
And that's it. If you can water it all the way back down to, we want to put out the best product that we possibly can without our ego, and BS, and dues, and money, and who beat this person, and I'm better than you. It was an internal battle within myself to make my group the best. Does that mean they were the best? No. It meant we strive to be the best that we could be. And we could put out the best product that we could produce. And when we got to that point, that was it. That's it, that's all. I don't need to compete against you. I don't need to fight you. I don't need to be in a bad situation with you. Because we've done the best we can.
Now you sort of talked about where the dance community's been and sort of where it is. If you had your choice, like here in the next 5-10 years, where would you like to see the dance community go from where it is?
The sad part is, unless they change things about themselves, they're going to go nowhere. LA, New York, DC, Texas have now taken people, Minnesota even now. People have left Chicago and they've relocated to LA. And in these larger places, Atlanta, places that are getting more exposure, and they're taking all of our pieces and they're taking them to these other places and saying, I originated this, I started this, I created this. And they're becoming choreographers for major videos. You know, I'm apprehensive, you know. The only people that I can really give credit for what they did and don't feel like they stole from us is Blair and them that went with Missy. Because when Missy came out, and a lot of Chicago dancers danced with Missy, it was done with such class and taste that you couldn't do nothing but sit back and give it up for where they had went. But I know a lot of other dancers who were dancers of mine, who were trained under me, who now sit in LA. I'm a choreographer, and I created this entire thing, and I'm the ruler of the dance world. And you're like, come on, man, you don't remember all the work that we put into it. I've watched so many documentaries of people elevating themselves and, you know, and discussing what they did and saying that they were the first, but then they can't even go back 25 years. They can't go back and say I was here then. You know, so many people are so funny about what their real plan was, you know. So the future, it's going to take a lot of people to go back to the basics. You're going to have to start over. You're going to have to start over. You're going to have to eliminate the competition between other dance groups and build more competition within yourself. Then we can get back to the point where people will trust us. Because like anything else, now the dance community has been poisoned. When I make comments like I did a minute ago talking about sexuality, the first thing they say is, well, how dare you, I'm me, and dance is one of those expressions that's for everybody and, you know, throughout time. That ain't what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you get on stage and you were placed there to entertain, and you let all your ego mess get in the way of entertaining, then you got a problem on your hand. Because I'm not entertained, because I can feel it. It's a flow, just like a singer. You know when that singer is blowing, goosebumps. You can feel it. It charges the whole atmosphere. Just that person standing flat foot and really singing, you can feel it. The same thing happens with dance. When there's no BS and there's no anger and fighting amongst each other, and when everything is void of that, you can feel it. You can see it on the face of the dancer, and you can feel it in the atmosphere that's around you. You can see how hard they're pushing to know that they were trying to do everything they can to get this certain reaction from the people that they're dancing for. So future dance group, they all have to get in one room and sit down and really figure out where we're going. How can we make ourselves marketable again? Where are the rest of the people who are going to get that 501c3? Where are the rest of the people who are actually incorporating their name and protecting themselves down the line legally? If a production company came and wanted to use you, if they looked into your background, could they? Have you put yourself in a position where you can leave the state if you needed to? Or are you held there by probation and parole where you couldn't even get to the thing that you've been working towards? You know, the look, the overall look of what's going on now. You know, we didn't follow trends, we were trendsetters. But now everybody is so cookie cutter dance group. I'm Nicki Minaj, I'm this, and you never have, the individuality is gone now. Everybody is just another carbon copy of tight pants, big belt, Barbie, fairy mess, you know. So I really believe that the future of dance is actually them going back and finding their past. I go to a lot of dance downs on purpose as much as I can, just to show my face. Some presidents will say, y'all don't understand what y'all have here. You got Darnell Payne, the founder and president, and you can hear splatters from some of the people like, oh, well, that's great. But they don't respect. Chicago has a bad habit of not respecting where they came from. And with them not knowing where they came from and why they're doing all of this, they ain't got nowhere to go. The ego, they got so bad, they're so big now, I'm the greatest, and you're doing nothing. You're doing what? You're having 5 dance downs a year. You're pocketing the money. You're not putting the money back into your group to put together any promotional videos, to be able to send things off to other record companies where they know that they can use you as background dancers. You know, Jive Records were the only thing that we can get our hands on. And there was an A&R person down there named John Redmond, who eventually became a very good friend of mine. And he was a house singer at night, but an employee of Jive Records during the day. But every time he had an artist coming in, I'm like, John, you gotta get us on. You gotta get us as an opening act. You gotta come on, man. You don't even gotta pay us. You just gotta get us in the door. But people are not thirsty like that no more. They think they're bigger than the artists. And I would love to see a day where dance groups are the highlight, the spotlight. But we've always kind of been there to be a support to singing or whatever else is going on. But right now right now the dance community right now is just in shambles. And until someone can pick up the pieces and people have the mind and the heart and the ear to listen, that's what we'll be.